Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. That is correct. I'm still alive. I'm not well, but I'm still alive. I'm under the weather right now. I've been getting killed by midterms, but I have to come on here for at least this, and then hopefully I can recover and I'll be back to full force this week. What a victory by the Tennessee Titans today. My goodness, and what a couple of victories it's been this week from last Monday to this Sunday. What a week indeed. What is going on with this football team? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Vegas doesn't know. I mean, you think I've been bad picking games. Vegas has been bad picking games in terms of the Tennessee Titans this year. Vegas is like 2 and like 8 picking Tennessee Titans games this year. 2 and 7 actually. I mean, it's ridiculous. No one knows what's going on with this football team. No one knows when they're gonna win, when they're gonna lose. No one knows. But right now, it appears as if things are changing for the better. This looks like a damn good football team. Now, we're not going to overreact as we did after the Eagles victory, right? You remember that we were on cloud 9. We were so happy. We beat the Jaguars the week before. We had won 3 straight. We're looking great. We're 3-1. And then we lost the next 3 games. Do not forget that 21-0 disaster against the Baltimore Ravens. It hurts, okay? Don't forget that. But this is a damn good victory. I think this is the best win we've had as a football team in over 5 years, man. This was a huge victory against a New England Patriots team that we know will be contending for the Super Bowl this season. We know that. We thought the Eagles would. It turns out they may not be. They could still get hot, but, you know, we thought that was a good victory. We were not exactly right. We did have that great victory against the Packers in 2016, but I think this beats that. I think this beats the Kansas City Chiefs comeback in the playoffs because the Chiefs weren't really going to go to the Super Bowl. This Patriots team could go to the Super Bowl, definitely. And we trounced them, we killed them, we brought them into Music City, and we showed them what Nashville was all about. I think we're looking at a good football team, but I don't know. Okay, I just don't know. This could just be a great week, and then we're going to be disillusioned again, and then we're going to go to Indianapolis and lose, and go to Houston and lose, and then it's all over, and then the season is over. But for right now, 5-4, beating New England 34-10, beating Dallas 28-14, the offense appearing to finally turn the corner, the defense playing as well as it has all season. Things are looking good. Let us start at the quarterback position. Let us start with the offense. That's my boy, Marcus Mariota. There is a reason why I've never wavered on this man, why I will never waver on this man. This man is legit. He is the truth. He is a franchise quarterback for this football team. Now, he did have some overthrows today, okay? I'm not sure if his ulnar nerve was being messed up again. You know, he did have the stiff arm, and the commentator for CBS was saying that stiff arm, you know, the helmet went into Mariota's elbow, and maybe that sparked it. I don't know. I think that's a lot of conjecture because he wasn't getting any treatment, so I don't really buy that. I think he was just overthrowing guys today. But other than that, man, he was on point. He was crisp. He was accurate. He was having some great throws with anticipation today. Moving to his right, he had the great throw to Corey Davis with a lot of anticipation there. I mean, he threw this ball. Corey Davis still had to move another 5, 6, 7 yards to end up catching it. It was beautiful there. We saw the pass to Anthony Ferkser. We saw the pass to Tajay Sharp that he wasn't able to corral. But we saw a lot of great throws today from Marcus Mariota. He was fantastic, and this was without Taywan Taylor. He was even able to get something out of Jonnu Smith. Yes, that's correct. Jonnu Smith is a living, breathing body. He was doing actual things on the football field today. He was catching the football. Wow, Jonnu Smith finally contributing for this football team. Mariota was fantastic. Now you're starting to see his season stats becoming something that I can actually look at because I've not been able to look at them. When he had 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, I didn't want to look at it. I just could not pull up Marcus Mariota's year stats because I didn't want to look at that ugly stat line. Now I'm beginning to be able to look at his stat line. All right, it's looking better and better. Now 7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions on the season, and his passer rating should now be over 90. I have to run the calculation, but it should be over 90 at this point, and he's on a streak now for 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions since the bye week, right? So things appear to be changing, and by the way, since he's gotten healthy as well. So a healthy Marcus Mariota is a dangerous quarterback, is a good quarterback, and again, he's the driving force for this football team. We will never win a game, honestly, ever. I don't think we will ever win a game if he does not play well, at least, or at least decent. We're never gonna win in spite of Marcus Mariota. It's gonna be at least because, I mean, he's going to be a large part of any victory this team will ever have, period. That's what I believe. All right, in terms of running back, it's interesting right now, the running back room. Derrick Henry came more alive today. We got to give him credit for that. 11 carries, 58 yards. But most of this was in garbage time, or at least the fourth quarter, let's say. I still don't know if he's the answer for this team. It looks like they're moving on from him, man. They were giving Dion Lewis the reps and the carries for this offense for the first 3 quarters of this football game, without a doubt. I think Derrick Henry is absolutely being phased out of this offense, but he did play well in the fourth quarter. So I guess the move right now is hopefully we can build a lead, and then if we do, we can use Derrick Henry to really drive them in. And we saw last season, Derrick Henry is fantastic in the fourth quarter. He's a fantastic fourth quarter running back. Whenever these defenses get tired, it's hard to tackle him, and then he still has the speed and the energy to cut past you, blow past you. Remember, this is a fast guy, setting at 6'3", 247. People want to believe that he's this big bruiser. He's not. I mean, he's really Chris Johnson to me in a bigger form. That's really what he is. That's how he plays like. That's what he is to me, and he's absolutely wearing defenses down. By the time the fourth quarter comes, he's able to break off these large runs, and he had a great touchdown run that really sealed the deal, but put us up 34-10. He was fantastic in the fourth quarter today. Dion Lewis was good. I mean, he had 20 carries for 57 yards. The stat line, I don't think is very indicative. I thought he was consistent. I thought you consistently saw 3-4 yard runs from him. So although it's only 2.8 yards per carry, I was happy with what he did. David Llewellyn, he even came in and had a nice rush, and then he also had a cramp up. I was like, dude, what is going on here? And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, he's injured. I've never seen that, just a running back cut the ball and immediately go down. I was like, what the hell is going on here? But he's injured. Hopefully he's okay. In terms of the wide receivers, our boy Corey Davis, 7 receptions, 125 yards, and man, he had a couple of great catches today. He had the touchdown catch over the shoulder, and he had that beautiful first down. It was about a 7-yard catch, but it was a hell of a 7-yard catch that he had, moving the chains, looking like a 5th overall pick indeed, and we needed it today with Taywan Taylor out of the lineup, and he provided it. And with Tajay Sharp not being in sync with Marcus Mariota today, we needed Davis to have this type of stat line, and he did. My only problem is, again, if he goes up against really good cornerbacks, he will be limited, he will be slowed down. Can anyone else step up? Today, Cameron Batson had a couple catches, as did Jonnu Smith, but it did not look very sustainable to me. That's one concern that I do have. You know, we saw this again against the Eagles. We saw this type of game from Corey Davis, but that's been it, right? That's the only other big game he's had this season. If you're going to rely upon him doing this every week, you're going to be disappointed when you go up against a #1 corner that's going to slow him down. Stephon Gilmore was good, not great. We saw what Tre'Davious White, the Buffalo Bills corner, did to Corey Davis. He slowed him down, right? And we're going to see that again to me this season when we go up against these really good cornerbacks. So I don't love relying upon him for this type of stat line. I'll take it today. I'll take the W today, but this is something to look out for. We're going to need more consistent production from everyone else. We're going to need Taywan Taylor back. Darius Jennings still didn't catch anything. Actually, he had 1 reception, but it wasn't for anything. Tajay Sharp didn't catch anything. Cameron Batson had a couple catches, but I'm not really going to consistently rely upon that. I'm not buying it. Okay, so this is one concern that I do have. I still don't think these receivers are good enough. I still think we should have added somebody. I still think maybe we still should add somebody. If we can, you know, call a free agent, bring somebody in, because I still have concerns here, and they're legitimate concerns to me. Do not let this win disillusion you. This wide receiver core is still not a consistent or good enough or talented enough to consistently put forth good receiving efforts. I just don't buy it. In terms of the defense, great job defensively. The pressure is coming, and the interesting thing is it's not coming from the outside linebackers. Brian Orakpo did not have a sack today. He had the beautiful run stuff, did not have a sack today. Derek Morgan, I'm not sure if he played. He's been going through some injuries, but I didn't see him today. Harold Landry had 1 nice play. I'm not sure he actually got a sack, though. But you look at Wesley Woodyard with 1.5 sacks. He's back, and man, you see how impactful he is for our defense. Although he's not always in perfect position, he's always in good enough position to where even if he makes a mistake, he's able to clean it up. Like you saw the one play, I want to say it was a 4th down, but it could have been a 3rd down. where I believe it was Sony Michel or James White ended up catching the ball out of the backfield. Like, they did some trickeration, and then they caught the ball in the flat. Wesley Woodyard should have stopped that, but even though he did not, he was able to save the touchdown, right? This was in the red zone of when the Patriots were driving. That ended up being a big stuff for us. So it's things like that that I see from Wesley Woodyard that you did not see when he was out of the lineup. He's a consistent player. He's a good player in coverage. We know what Wesley Woodyard brings to this defense. I think he's playing the best he's ever played for us. I love Wesley Woodyard right now. How about Dion Brown, man? This guy is playing well. He is coming into his own. He is looking like he needs to be playing more than Rashaan Evans, our first-round pick, and he is playing more than Rashaan Evans, and for good reason. Right now, our two linebackers are Dion Brown, inside linebackers, are Dion Brown and Wesley Woodyard, period. Rashaan Evans can come in. He can come in and get the occasional play, but those two are playing too well to be taken off the field. Keep those two men on the field. They are playing fantastic. How about Logan Ryan, man? This may have been his best game as a Tennessee Titan. He was terrific. Adoree Jackson played extremely well. Malcolm Butler didn't play too poorly. Okay, he actually had a decent game. I didn't see too much from him. So you look at this defense and things are coming together. Gerald Casey didn't have his best game. He did have the offside call. But you also saw Austin Johnson have a big stuff on Tom Brady on the quarterback sneak. How many people are able to stop Tom Brady on a quarterback sneak? Now, on a quarterback sneak, he was able to do that. The defense is coming together. Only 14 points allowed on Monday, 10 points allowed today to Thomas Brady. I mean, you know how big this is? We don't beat Thomas Brady. We don't do that. We haven't done that, I want to say, in over a decade. I really don't believe the Titans have beat Thomas Brady in over a decade. At least. It could be 15 years. So this is such a huge victory, people. We absolutely stuffed them, and it may be if Gronk was here today, he makes a difference. He doesn't make a 24-point difference. People, we beat the New England Patriots by 24 points. This is a big deal. This was a big game. This was a great victory, a victory of which I hope we can continue to build upon. Now, again, I don't want to go too crazy because I fooled myself. I did it earlier this season. I don't want to do it again. We have two huge games coming up, people. We're going to Indianapolis, and then we're going to Houston on Monday Night Football. The Colts are back from the dead, as are the Houston Texans. I need to check the Jaguars and Colts score. In fact, I'll check it right now to see what ended up being the result of that game. Okay, so the Colts won, right? I think the Jaguars, I think they're dead now. The Colts are back. We need to get both of these wins, and they're not going to be easy, okay? And we'll probably lose one, but you know what? Right now, I have us winning both because, again, this is as impressive of a victory as we've had in years. It's right up there with 2016 against the Packers, and remember 2016, during that stretch of the season, we got hot, and we won a lot of games, and then we went cold, and we lost that game in Jacksonville, and maybe we're going to go cold again. But right now, we're playing too well. The offense has turned the corner. The defense is playing the best it's been. How about Kevin Byard? I need to call out Kevin Byard. He is back to playing all-pro football, dog. He is back to being an all-pro safety. He's playing fantastic. So right now, I think we're back. And I could be wrong on this, and that's why, again, I'm going to be hesitant to go all in. But I do think we're back. I do think we're playing well. I do think we're going to see this sustained for the next number of weeks. And we're back. Okay, we're still alive. Okay, we're not dead yet. We'll see what happens from here, but I like what I see. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Tennessee Titans versus New England Patriots game. And for the Patriots, I don't know what to take away from this game for you guys. I would not be encouraged because, hey, we could be frauds. We still may not make the playoffs. So for you to lose 34-10 to us, this is not very good. Will you be able to beat Kansas City in Kansas City? Because now it looks like that's going to be the case, right? Kansas City, they're not losing games right now, and now you're 7-3. Maybe you can win out. The Patriots could easily win out. But even then, you still may not be able to have the luxury of hosting Kansas City. So I think ultimately you're going to have to go to Kansas City, and that's even if you make it there, because the Steelers are playing hella well right now, and the Chargers are playing well too. It's going to be tough in the AFC. This will not be the easy ride to the Super Bowl out of the AFC for the New England Patriots this year. The Chargers are legit, and the Chiefs are legit, and the Steelers are legit, and whoever comes out of the AFC South at that point will probably be pretty hot, whether it be us or the Houston Texans or even the Indianapolis Colts. Whoever will win this division will probably have 10, maybe 11 wins, probably 10, and they're probably going to be feeling pretty good about themselves. So the AFC is not looking easy, and that includes my Tennessee Titans, by the way. I'm not even sure if the Titans make the playoffs. Okay, let's say we make the playoffs, we go Tennessee make the playoffs. We may not win a game, people. I mean, you're talking about hosting the LA Chargers out of the wild card. That's not easy. So you could be improved from last season and you're going to be out. You're going to be one and done. This AFC is not looking easy right now, but I still want to get in the dance, right? I still want to go to prom. I still want to dance, and hopefully the Titans will be dancing in January. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fed Entertainment. I'm out. See you all later.